All right, hello all, welcome back. I guess let's give it a couple of seconds while everybody joins in. All right, let's go ahead and begin with the next session. I welcome you all again. So this session, we are going to have a little extensive session talking about some of the one of the interesting tool chains of Jmag, which is Jmag Rt. Before I go further, I would quickly say that some of the support options, you can go onto our website, parsysolutions.com. If you want to look at technical support, we have Jmag support at parsysolution.com, and then you can also contact some of our sales in case you have any questions. And some of the resources that you may want to look into based on the presentation I have put in there, you can always refer to jmaginternational.com and a couple of other websites to get more information on. All right. Moving on to the presentation, as the name itself suggests, so we are going to focus more on model-based design and how Jmag is going to cater to this model-based design situation. So starting with looking at the V model development cycle, we very well understand that today the requirement for a motor is not just high performance, but also how consistent it is with the system. And we very well know that it has become extremely important to achieve reliable design right from the initial stage. So basically testing machine and control together at early stage of the development cycle by integrating high fidelity model, which is our solution, which is our Jmag Rt. Again, model-based design facilitates a collaborative design approach between machine designers and control designers. So therefore, this collaboration work between during the initial phase is highly possible, which basically helps reliable and accurate modeling to attain shorter development and faster development cycles. So what does Jmag contribute? Jmag contributes Jmag Rt to this model-based design and development process. Let's little bit dive into understanding this in a more, when we try to look into spinning the motors, of course, we come across struggles because most of the times what we look at is more realistic model in nature, which is non-linear in nature, rather than just a linear model which is based off of some of the textbook equations. The motor parameters vary depending on operating conditions. Therefore, that encourages some challenges in motor drive and control simulations. Now, why do this motor parameters are not constant? It's because as current is changing, saturation level of the machine is varied. Therefore, as you can see on the graphs, it very well describes how motor parameters are not, why motor parameters are not constant. Now, how can this saturation be considered? We can definitely, saturation can be replicated in a system simulation by using parameters from a lookup table. So we can definitely create a lookup table which encapsulates all this saturations, and that could be available to use in system simulations. Now, how do we generate these lookup tables? Jmag has a toolchain called as Jmag Rt. What is Jmag Rt again? Jmag Rt is a tool that generates a high fidelity lookup table for system level simulations and real-time modeling. Now, when I say high fidelity, what it actually represents is it's more identical to the actual device response. Jmag Rt is a model that is created from FEA results, which means it is actually the same model can be used and shared between departments such as motor design, circuit design, and control design. So typically, some of the information like torque, inductance, resistance, and iron loss are available in a tabular format, which is a 1D model that is actually extracted from either a 2D or 3D FEA model. Uh, Moving on further, when Jmag Rt actually captures Jmag Rt creates a highly accurate 1D model that has comprehensive motor characteristics extracted from FEA model, which we have already seen. That what does it encompass is it captures nonlinear effects, saturation, and space harmonics. So together, as you create this RTT file is what we call what is generated out of Jmag Rt that can be used in your control modules and system level simulations. Jmag Rt is widely supported across 3 and 6 phase PMSM machines, 3-phase induction machines, switch reluctance motors, stepping motor, linear solenoids, and if there is any other model, we can also use it in the generic mode of operation of Jmag Rt. A couple of examples to look at. This is a 3-phase motor where you can see a current vector control system. And then you do have the inverter and motor module in which the RT file is dropped down. And this result displays the differences between the measurement, the actual measurement, Jmag Rt model, and LD-LQ basic model. Now, the losses here, basically, the additional harmonics caused by the saturation results in increased losses. That is captured and closely estimated by Jmag Rt. Now, how do we create this RT model? Basically, as I said, it is generated from an FEA model. There are different ways of generating this model. We have tools which have different methods of creating this Jmag Rt. First one is Jmag Express. Express is available free of cost online. We have a Jmag Express online mode and an offline mode. You can Jmag Express again is a template-based model, which where you can go and quickly come to a conclusion on a particular design if you know some of the requirements, or if you know some details of dimensions or geometry data and some drive conditions and material data and stuff like that. And you can also create Jmag Rt from Jmag Designer, which is a full-fledged finite element analysis tool. And then we will walk you through a couple of demos. You can see I'll just finish up with my slide deck, and then we will look at some of the demonstrations. And then we can also generate it from a measurement data. And also from our website, we have motor model library. You can download a lot of RT files from our motor model library. Now, once we generate that, different modes of generations, how do we work is we have Jmag Rt library manager, wherein you just import the FEA file and specify some of the operating conditions in there, and then create the RTT file. Now, once the RT file is generated, that can be basically shared with circuit or control simulator guys, which they would want to use it in their operations. All right, before moving a little bit further, as I said, Jmag Rt block can be used in hardware in the loops simulations, which connect a physical ECU to a virtual motor. For example, one of the examples you can see on my screen, where Typhoon Hill is a real-time model. Jmag Rt is created from the FEA and then imported into Typhoon. And detailed motor characteristics obtained by Jmag can be simulated on control simulator at the same speed as when an ideal motor. One of the control simulator examples we are showing here, you can also use Jmag Rt in those conditions. And some of the partners Jmag Jmag Rt can be incorporated in. As you can see on my screen, pretty much we work with a lot of SIL and HIL vendors out there. And today, specifically, you're going to see some of the demonstrations and presentations from PSIM, Typhoon Hill on the hillside, and Gamma Technologies as well. Okay, a quick introduction about how this Jmag Rt file is incorporated into Typhoon Hill. Basically, again, FEA model creates a Jmag Rt file that is directly imported into Typhoon, as you can see here. Of course, you will see a detailed presentation after mine. And then with respect to PSIM, PSIM also can generate in different ways. One of the ways to look at it is if you are basically working with a linear model, a linear block that is used, basically we use Jmag Express to generate the RT model. In case of direct coupling simulations, we use PSIM coupler block and to generate this RTT file. So in conclusion, just to give an overview of what Jmag Rt is all about, one of the challenges in motor simulation control is parameter variation due to saturation. Using lookup table is one of the keys to handle this challenge. Jmag Rt provides lookup tables made from Jmag Designer. Jmag Rt brings same accuracy with Jmag Designer into system level simulations as well, as we have seen. Jmag Rt can be used in multiple platforms that improves the traceability of development process. Okay, so we will quickly go ahead and switch over to look at some of the demonstrations. As I said, Jmag Rt or the RTT file or the lookup table or 1D lookup table can be created several ways. One of the ways is on our website, jmaginternational.com/express. You can go to start using Jmag Express online. And of course, you need to register for your login credentials. Once you register, you get access to your Express online version. And you do have Express offline version as I'm showing on my screen right now. And the online version, you can go into pretty much any of the template which is already available. Either you can build a combination based on some of the rotor stator, commonly used rotor stator combinations here, or you can also select one of the templates which are already available. And once you go in there, Jmag Rt, Jmag Express gives you options to basically vary your motor model based on your design, either based on your requirement or based on some of the dimensions, material data, winding, and drive conditions that you can just insert in and change it. Now, today's scope is to look at how you can generate an RT model from Express. It's a very easy task to do. So you can just go here and you have create Jmag Rt model. You can just click on this, and once you click on this, you can just press OK, and it just starts to create your RT model. And then once it is created, it will save it, and you can just go ahead and take that RTT file and give it to either your HIL or SIL simulations. And the same is the case with offline version as well. The online version is free of cost. Offline version also comes with the designer package as a free additional tool. Let's see. And then going back, okay, here it is there. I go to user data, and then once I go to user data, you can see your RTT file which is created here. You can just go ahead and download, and that lookup table is available to share. And one of the other things is, this is created from Express, but you can also create the same from Designer, for which I will quickly show a demo, keeping the time in view. Let me share my screen for the video, wherein, okay. So here is a quick demo of how you can create from Jmag Designer and this one is called as RT Library Manager, wherein you can go ahead and pretty much input your operating parameters, and then you can, once you create the model, the output will be an RTT file like this. Now we can do an very dedicated demo for to show you how we can generate RTT file, but for this session, I just kept it shorter. But how to incorporate the operating points and how you can modify certain things inside of RT generation module. We will definitely come back with you to show a full-fledged demo with that. All right, let me switch back to my slide deck here real quick. Okay. Now, once the RT file is created, obviously, if you want to see okay, what does this RTT file contain? You do have Jmag Rt viewer where you can just drop down the RT file. You can just drag drop, or you can just go to file and open. Select the file. So I already selected it. So pretty much once you go here, you will find the motor info, which has been used to generate this RTT file, and several operating conditions that were used to generate this RT file. Now, after that, you can also extend it to input your inverter ratings and generate to see how your speed torque curve looks, or efficiency map looks. So here is what I generated real quick, and of course it may not be the exact voltage and max current values here, but this is just to give you an idea of how you can use Jmag Rt viewer to look at the RTT file data. All right, so these are different ways of generating an RT file, and if I go back to my slide deck here. And we just spoke about that. And then the next topic I would like to introduce is, we have seen that how we can generate the RTT file, which is a high fidelity plan model, or a 1D lookup table, which incorporates pretty much all the motor data, incorporating your saturation and slot harmonics, and now we are handing it over to control simulators, and then HIL system level simulation. So first, I would like to hand it over to Albert from PowerSim. Albert Dunford is a power electronics application engineer at PowerSim. After completing his degree in applied science at University of British Columbia, Albert worked in the industry for 9 years before joining PowerSim. Since joining PowerSim, Albert has worked to provide PSIM users with unmatched technical support for power converter and motor drive design. Albert's webinars and tutorial videos have over close to 500K total views on subjects ranging from power converter design and stability to motor drives and embedded code generation. I'm sure you guys will enjoy Albert's presentation, and with this, I will pause here for a couple of minutes. If you do have any questions, or throughout the course of this entire session, myself, Alfred, and Peter from Typhoon Hill, and also Joe from GT Suite will be available at any point in time to answer any of your questions as you see how this Jmag Rt workflow seamlessly integrates with PSIM, and then Typhoon Hill, and then GT Suite. All right, perfect, guys. And then I will turn it over to Albert, and we need to probably go ahead and switch to a different session. For that, I can give a couple of seconds here. Thank you. Okay, if we don't have any question, I propose we will go ahead and switch it over to Albert. Thank you all.